next, we have a big guest. It's Harvey Weinstein's publicist. Will be here with me in studio. That's after this.
Today's the day. Opening statements in the Harvey Weinstein rape trial. And tonight I'll sit down with two CourtTV alumni, Ashley Banfield and Ron Kuby. We'll break down the biggest moments of the day. Who had a better day? Who's up and who's down? We've got boots on the ground in New York to bring you live updates. That is right here on CourtTV. Day one of New York versus Harvey Weinstein.
Closing arguments with Vinnie Politan. Tonight, starting at 6/5 Central on the all-new CourtTV.
Presented him
for about 2.5 years.
Okay, so what can you tell us about Harvey Weinstein and his defense for these allegations in the New York case?
Well, his defense team is phenomenal. I think that he has a terrific group of people who understand the law and understand the case better than almost anybody have in the past. And I think they're perfectly prepared to do this. And if you saw Damon Sharonis' opening today, it was pretty on point as to the direction we're going to go and what kind of materials and what evidence the prosecution doesn't have and what we have to present. And
it seems like to me that the defense is consent.
Defense is going to be consent, yes.
Even with Annabella Sciorra, the 1993-1994 accusation that he basically barged into her apartment, analogous to even a stranger rape, describing a very violent encounter, even that was consensual?
Right. So what Mr. Sharonis has said, and he argued that Ms. Hasp's opening comment was a narrative. That was her. That was the state's position, or the state's painting a picture of what happened. We're going to paint a very different picture of similar events with the facts as we believe them.
So before we started this, you told me that you've been actually with Mr. Weinstein for over 2 years, right?
With his various legal teams, correct.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so what about that? What's up with these revolving lawyers?
So, you know, Harvey has put together teams of some of the best lawyers over the years.
Ben Brofman?
But over even for the Weinstein and Miramax, he's always worked with some of the best attorneys.
Sure.
He knows what he likes. He knows what works for him. And what works for him also is sometimes to feel people out. And he works with people who are excellent. And when you realize I need something different, you have to make a change.
Why? Why would you leave Ben Brofman? Let me tell you something, Judah. If I got arrested, Ben Brofman is my first call. My second call may be Jose Baez.
Okay, so I want to tell you.
All right, Judah.
Ben Brofman's a friend. Ben Brofman is someone who brought me into the picture in the first place.
Okay.
Ben Brofman is someone who I would run to, too, if I was in trouble. But now that I've met Donna also, if I was in trouble, I'd give her a call.
100%. But why? What happened between Ben Brofman and Harvey Weinstein that he switched?
It's nothing in particular. I think it's a fit. It's what you need for this defense. It's what you need for telling the narrative that needs to be told properly, particularly in the light of we're not just an anonymous courtroom, like Dana said. This is being played out in the public as well. And you need two things. You need both the legal defense, but you also need the public perception. And I think that Donna, Damon, and Diana and Arthur are probably the best team we could have put together for this.
I agree with that. Listen, I know Ben Brofman just from around the courthouse, right. Great attorney, Jose Baez, but now, and you know, I got to sit down with Donna and Damon, and just getting to know them as people and as practitioners. I agree, Harvey Weinstein could not be in better hands. And of course, Arthur Aidala is just, beloved.
There's no one quite like Arthur. Arthur knows everybody, and he understands the courtroom in New York very well.
I heard he was, so his dad was in the courtroom.
His dad was in the courtroom today.
And his dad is the mustache.
Yes,
so I know his dad from CLE classes, right, because of he's got this great mustache.
Right.
And so his dad was in the courtroom, and Arthur was schmoozing with Cyrus Vance today.
I was there.
Okay, he sighed to you. Oh, excuse me. He's Cyrus Vance.
DA Vance was there. How about that?
The Honorable Vance.
The Honorable DA Vance was there.
Okay, so.
Which tells you how important this is for the state.
This is important for the world, Judah.
But how many?
Your whole life is riding on this trial. You know that.
My whole life?
Yeah.
Life.
Listen, you're the PR guy. You're the front man.
So this is an important trial for the world. It's important for a movement. It's important for gender equality, absolutely. But it's also important for due process. Because what you saw over the past several years has been a very, very deep descent into a scary place. Because just because you want to believe that there's a group of people out there who have traditionally might have been ignored or not heard properly, you still can't go ahead and say we believe everybody over somebody now because they fit a certain mold. You know, I'm not going to get into the ethnicity or gender or race of anything, but there's become I guess a field now where certain crimes or certain allegations have to be treated one way by society, and now if we say it, we believe it, and it's usually against certain types of people. And certain types of people have now no longer have those ability, have that right to defend, have that right to speak up. If you question an accuser, now you're witness shaming or you're victim shaming. You're not
Are you saying that rich white men are now victims?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying there are different classes of people out there,
okay.
and we treat different classes of people differently. And what we're seeing is a pendulum swing.
Okay, fair to say, but there's also a list out there of almost 87 accusers against Harvey Weinstein. And now, as you know, day one started with a new indictment in Los Angeles.
Day one started with an indictment.
Day one's here.
Oh, day one, January 6th, you mean?
Yeah,
oh, I'm like, did something happen today that I wasn't aware of?
No, I mean, you know, this is not, hyperbole anymore, Judah. This is actually, now he's got two indictments, coast to coast.
I'm not going to talk about the LA case at the moment.
Okay, I know. I have something you can talk about.
And to be fair, that I can't talk about that, but I will say that you say 76, 80, whatever number you want to bring
87.
up, I will tell you to break that down to how many people are claiming physical contact and how many people just claim that Harvey was just being Harvey to them.
Judah,
and
I don't have cameras in that courtroom. I have nothing but time. Okay. You have an open invitation to come on. I will get a list of 87 accusers. We will break down. We'll go one by one. We could do this all night. I have nowhere to go. I am living in New York.
So the problem I have with that is that to go ahead and break down one by one means I'll be calling out people's names, saying this and that and about other people, and I'm not going to do that because the world today has become a little bit thankless in a sense where if you do that, no matter what it is I'm saying, I could be saying the most eloquent right things. But social media, the attackers, the people who want to see a different outcome in this trial will get out there and start beating the drum to the point where you can't even show your face in some cases.
Okay, let's go to something.
And you have to know that's true.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go something in your wheelhouse.
Sure.
There was an argument yesterday Damon Tronis was making about, and he was giving case law about whether the public relations person should be part of the privileged communications.
Right.
Was he talking about you?
No, that was it. It was talking about a specific piece of evidence that dealt with Harvey's former PR team and his attorneys.
And Damon wants to keep that out under the umbrella of attorney-client privilege.
I don't know if as much Damon wants to keep it out or the string of attorneys that we've had have been trying to say that it's confidential, it's client privilege.
So what's coming in? Give us a preview.
I'm not going to. When it comes out, you'll see it.
Wait, what? Oh my God, you're playing hard to get after you come on television with me.
No, I'm not playing hard to get. I'm telling you, there are. Listen, I'm not going to go ahead and reveal a strategy in advance that any side can use. I'm here just to help give you information that is already out there and that I'm permitted. We're also, you have to understand, a lot of this case is under seal. A lot of this case has been not gagged, and I'm not going to say that the judge has been very good about not issuing a gag order, but we have a fine line we have to walk, and I'm going to walk that.
Under seal to protect the accusers or to protect Harvey Weinstein, or both?
No one's trying to protect Harvey, to be honest.
Well, his lawyers are, and you are. Okay, what is your? I know that you must have in place some type of PR campaign here. Like, what is your purpose? What is the message that you want to tell the world about Harvey Weinstein?
The message I want to tell the world about Harvey Weinstein is that the accusations against him, the things that he's being accused of in this criminal procedure, just didn't happen the way the story's been told, and that he is innocent of these charges. What
do you say to the prosecution's argument that Harvey Weinstein has engaged in behavior that shows he's guilty, consciousness of guilt?
So I will tell you that when you break down the evidence and when all the evidence is heard, you will find that he might have engaged in behavior that some people find abhorrent. He might have engaged in behavior that he himself now regrets, but it's not criminal behavior.
How's his health? Is he going to be able to withstand this? I can barely get to work on time.
I think he has to.
Okay, so
I think he's mentally and emotionally been preparing himself for it, and it is difficult, but he has to.
Are you on the witness list?
I am not.
Okay, but are there other of his former publicists on the witness list?
I do not believe so.
Okay, and finally, we do have to take a break. Judah, I do hope you will come back on. You have an invitation. And of course, Harvey Weinstein, if I can fit him into the show.
I will relay
We can get him on.
I will relay the message.
Really, he can talk about whatever he wants to do.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Our coverage of New York versus Weinstein continues right after this.